What is the true story behind Queen Medusa's evolution into the nine-colored heaven-swallowing python? Welcome back to my Donghua animation. Well, this moment wasn't just another power-up, it was one of the most legendary transformations in the entire series, revealing secrets about ancient bloodlines, hidden inheritances, and power that left even a late 5-star Sheng absolutely terrified. So let's dive into the 10 most mind-blowing things you probably didn't know about Cai Lin's incredible evolution. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. All right, let's start with number 10, the hidden ancestral nest at the spring's deepest point. All right, let's start with something most viewers completely missed. When Cai Lin descended into the Nine Serene Spring, she wasn't just absorbing cold energy randomly. Deep at the very bottom of that spring, hidden where even the Nine Serene deep-ground Python clan members didn't dare venture, lay the ancestral nest of the 7-colored heaven-swallowing python species. This sacred inheritance site had been waiting for countless years. The nest contained the remnants of her ancestors, beings who had reached incredible heights of power in the ancient era. The moment Cai Lin's bloodline resonated with that location, the entire inheritance process activated automatically. Without stumbling upon this hidden sanctuary, Cai Lin would have simply become a stronger, 7-colored heaven-swallowing python. Instead, she awakened something that hadn't been seen in countless generations. Number 9. The living remnant souls as tattoos. Next up, and this is where things get absolutely wild. After Cai Lin emerged, Xiao noticed 7-colored snake patterns coiling around her arm. When he touched them, he was completely shocked. These weren't tattoos at all. Each pattern was a genuine 7-colored heaven-swallowing python with its own independent life force. These were the remnant souls of her ancestors who had perished long ago, but whose consciousness remained within the inheritance site. Cai Lin had awakened them and allowed them to attach themselves directly to her body. This gave her the devastating serpent scale net technique that trapped Huang Tian. It wasn't just her own strength, but the combined might of 7 ancient pythons manifesting through her will. The scary part? These souls respond entirely to Cai Lin's command, making her essentially an entire army of legendary beasts compressed into one person. Number 8. Bloodline status, equal to the heavenly phoenix. Moving on, let's talk about what this evolution actually meant in terms of power hierarchy. When Yao Ming and the Python clan elders saw Cai Lin's 9-colored form emerge, they were absolutely stunned. The 9-colored heaven-swallowing python holds a bloodline status equal to the heavenly phoenix itself, not the heaven demon phoenix that Huang Tian belonged to, but the true heavenly phoenix, one of the most divine bloodlines in existence. This places Cai Lin's species even above the ancient heaven python, which was already considered nobility. The moment she completed this evolution, she essentially became a divine beast that stands at the absolute pinnacle of the magical beast world. This is why Huang Tian's entire demeanor changed instantly. He understood he was facing something far beyond what he'd anticipated. The Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe were ultimately just descendants with diluted phoenix bloodlines. But Cai Lin had achieved a legendary form that made her a true equal to the mythical ancestors themselves. Number 7. The one-tail strike that nearly killed a 5-star Sheng. All right, now, let's talk about that absolutely insane moment when Cai Lin's power was truly revealed. Huang Tian, a late 5-star Sheng, had been dominating the battlefield. Then Cai Lin's colossal serpent tail came crashing down from the heavens like divine punishment itself. The impact blasted open a 1,000-foot-wide crater, shaking the entire mountain range. Huang Tian spat blood violently as the force nearly twisted his internal organs apart. His body shot across the sky like a broken meteor, smashing through a mountain and carving out a 1,000-foot trench. Everyone understood one terrifying fact. If that tail strike had landed on a half-saint, they would have been obliterated instantly. And here's the crucial detail. Huang Tian was 3 full stars above Cai Lin's 4-star level. But her divine bloodline and ancestral remnant souls gave her such devastating physical power that she nearly killed someone an entire tier above her with a single casual strike. Number 6. Cai's dominance over the Phoenix form. Talking about that battle, when Huang Tian revealed his true Phoenix form, he was already massive. A 1,000-foot-tall demon phoenix with wings that could blot out the sky. Then Cai Lin's 9-colored heaven-swallowing python form fully materialized, and everyone's jaws dropped. Her serpent body was even larger than Huang Tian's phoenix form, with scales shimmering in 9 brilliant colors under the sunlight. In the magical beast world, size often correlates directly with power and bloodline purity. The fact that her true form exceeded Huang Tian's despite the cultivation gap proved that her bloodline was fundamentally superior. When her massive serpent tail wrapped around his phoenix body, Huang Tian couldn't break free. That size advantage translated into crushing physical dominance that made the 3-star power gap completely irrelevant. Number 5. The incomplete soul danger and future potential. Next, let's address something darker that most people overlooked. When Huang Tian asked whether using those remnant ancestral souls brought hidden dangers, Cai Lin's expression actually dimmed. The truth is, those 7 ancestral souls are incomplete. They're fragments driven almost entirely by Cai Lin's will, which creates inherent instability. However, Xiao immediately comforted her, saying that maybe someday they could help repair those remnant souls. This wasn't empty consolation. As an alchemist and soul manipulation expert, the possibility exists. If that happens, Cai Lin's power could potentially increase even further, transforming those incomplete fragments into fully conscious ancestral guardians. But until then, she's wielding immense power that comes with unknown long-term consequences. Number 4. Huang Tian's complete psychological breakdown. All right, now let's talk about what happened to Huang Tian's mental state. When he first arrived, Huang Tian was completely confident and arrogant. Then everything fell apart. When Cai Lin emerged as the 9-colored heaven-swallowing python, his entire world-view shattered. His feathers hardened into countless blades as he desperately tried to escape, panic overtaking his previous confidence. When that massive serpent tail nearly pulverized him, he lay in the rubble covered in dirt and blood, looking utterly miserable. And the absolute kicker? He publicly admitted defeat. In front of countless witnesses, Huang Tian, a late 5-star Dao Sheng, and one of the beast region's most powerful beings, acknowledged he couldn't continue fighting. The psychological impact of facing the 9-colored heaven-swallowing python broke something inside him that physical power alone never could have. Number 3. The competitive heart that drives. Moving on, let's talk about something that reveals Cai Lin's true personality. After the battle, she admitted with frustration that she had originally hoped that after this seclusion she would once again surpass Xiao, just like in the old days when she far outstripped him in power. This competitive streak is core to who Cai Lin is. Despite achieving the legendary 9-colored heaven-swallowing python form and jumping to 4-star Du Sheng, she still hadn't managed to create that overwhelming gap because Xiao had also advanced. Her frustration wasn't about being weak, she'd just achieved something most thought impossible. It was about that specific dynamic she'd lost and wanted back. It shows that beneath the divine beast transformation, Cai Lin is still that proud Queen Medusa who wants to stand above everyone else. Number 2. The dual Empress nature, public majesty versus private gentleness. Talking about Cai Lin's personality, when she emerged and floated in midair, she looked like a true empress, majestic, cold, irresistible. Her presence alone made even elite Du Shengs feel their fighting spirit waver. She radiated that untamed, confident, queenly aura that had defined Queen Medusa in their earliest encounters, but then her eyes found Xiao and everything changed. That icy expression melted into a warm, charming smile, a smile so beautiful it could make even a Du Sheng lose focus. This duality is what makes Cai Lin incredible. To the outside world, she's the fearsome divine beast. But when she looks at Xiao, all that melts away. She'll be an empress to the world and a devoted partner to Xiao, and both aspects are completely genuine. Number 1. The strategic conspiracy and dragon seal warning. And finally, at number 1, let's talk about the conspiracy that made this entire situation even more intense. After Huang Tian was defeated, he revealed that he'd made an agreement with the Northern Dragon King to delay Xiao from reaching the void space. The entire attack was orchestrated specifically to trap Xiao, while the Northern Dragon King moved against Ziyan. When Huang Tian mentioned the Dragon Emperor, Xiao expression changed drastically. He raised his hand. The dragon seal on his palm was fading. This seal connected him to Ziyan, and its weakening meant she was in genuine mortal danger. The Phoenix tribe was willing to sacrifice Huang Tian as a distraction just to give the Northern Dragon King enough time to kill Ziyan and seize control. But Cai Lin's emergence changed everything. With her by his side, Xiao could immediately tear through space and rush to the rescue, leaving behind his final warning: if anything happens to Ziyan, the entire Heaven Demon Phoenix tribe will pay with your lives. So there you have it, 10 incredible things you didn't know about Queen Medusa's 9-colored heaven-swallowing python evolution. This transformation was about ancient legacies, divine bloodlines, strategic conspiracies, and the complex heart of a woman who wanted to reclaim her pride while protecting the man she loves. What surprised you most about Cai Lin's evolution? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Battle Through the Heavens content.